Okay, this is part 2 to the video about, I don't even know what the title I'm going to put on it, but anyway, it'll say part 1. This is part 2. Okay, I'll try to remember that. But anyway, in that video, I left off about Tara and Winnie meeting for the first time, and what Winnie, a woman in her mid-40s, was doing to or around Tara, who is a woman in her late 50s, and Winnie thinks that eventually Tara will be her sister-in-law. Okay, so go watch that video. So anyway, Winnie had just done this of screaming out, you know, oh, look at this huge fruit bowl. Ah. You know, she's loud and obnoxious with it all. And I know that Tara felt it, because I think maybe that was Friday evening. I think Sunday morning she put all the fruit up and what was left, and yeah, I could just feel it. You know how when you're a highly sensitive person, you can feel this. Yeah. But I was going between feeling sorry for her and thinking karma, bad karma. She built up bad karma with me, and it was coming back around to her. You know, what goes around comes around kind of thing. Now, I would never been either one of those type people, you know. But anyway, I'm kind of in the middle, like I say. So the next thing that I don't remember the order exactly. I think that everybody got up to go to the to eat dinner that Tara had made, elaborate little dinner at the table. There wasn't enough seats, and I knew that. And plus, I had stopped eating at the table. There's a long story behind that, but I was dealing with allergies, and there was something in the kitchen. I think they cleaned with Clorox bleach, even though I told them that they know, and Adam knows I'm allergic to Clorox bleach. Sets off my allergies really bad. So anyway, I went and eat in the kitchen. So I went and sat in another room to eat, in the living room, which is right there. It's all open to one another. You know, the kitchen, the dining, breakfast nook in the kitchen, and the living room. Okay, now I saw a little bit of this, but not all of it, because I went into the other room. But from what Adam told me is basically that Winnie, you know, I saw that she didn't help put anything on the table, and that's really customary for all of us to help, you know, men included, men and women both. And she didn't do any of that. It was kind of obvious this woman has a sense of entitlement. This mid-40s, you know, woman in her mid-40s has a sense of entitlement. And so what she does, that's Winnie, she gets her food. She stands up, and everybody's still kind of in the kitchen, they haven't sat down yet and everything. She gets her food, puts it on a plate, and starts eating. Now everybody's not, you know, at the table even yet, sitting down. And she just starts eating, and she's very loud, very loud and obnoxious. And her laughter is, oh my goodness. Yeah, you can relate. So, one person at least. It's just obnoxious. And she's one of those that she's going to have a conversation go where she is going to be the center of attention, you know, and that she knows it all. And when you have Tara, who is another one who thinks she knows it all, and yeah. And so I'm in the living room. I'm not seeing exactly what's going on, but Adam's telling me that, you know, and I knew this about her, that Winnie, you know, he told me, I don't know if it's this time or another time, that she will eat anything, even though she doesn't like it, and she makes a big elaborate thing of how wonderful it is, and it's very condescending. Okay, which is what she's really doing. It's very condescending. I guess that's the right word for it. You know, she's saying it's good, but although she really thinks it's awful. You see what I'm saying? Or she just doesn't like it. Okay, now, after that, you know, they go back to the living room. Now, I'm not sure if this happened first or second. I don't remember. But, you know, after they eat, well, it's a thing that people usually, you know, this kind of thing. You pick up your own plate. You help clear it off the table. You help do the dishes. You know, both men and women do that. Oh, but not Winnie. No, and not Dennis. Now, Dennis had manners, and this is something Adam told me, how he sees that Dennis has lost all of his manners, you know. But anyway, they go sit down on the love seat next to one another, as usual, and don't help, you know, and I'd actually helped them to set the table, you know, and all this kind of stuff, you know, asked Tara, did she need help, because it was her meal, you know, her thing, and you know a lot more to that. But it's polite to do something like that. But no, she wasn't going to do it. Well, she's sitting anyway. Let's get to this story. Okay, so Tara made a tray of hot tea. I don't drink tea at all, hot or cold, and she knows that. So she brought the tray of hot tea, and Winnie and Dennis, they get theirs. Adam has his. Tara has hers. Kind of thing. Well, a little, they're talking and stuff, and a little later, Tara says, ask them if they want some more tea, and they say, no, we'll go get it. So Dennis and Winnie went to the kitchen to get the tea. Okay, they came back, sat down. No tea for anybody else. They went and got just their own tea. Okay. Dennis knows the proper etiquette, I guess you'd say. And I saw that and I'm thinking, this really isn't going that great. I mean, I expected there to be a clash because, this is 3 countries, people from 3 different countries. That's one thing, It's not all cultural, though. It's behavioral, like I've said in a previous video. So Tara and Winnie and I are all 3 different from 3 different countries. So anyway, okay, but there's just some things you don't do. You don't go in somebody's house and screaming, yelling everything you say and laughing that loud and having all this, trying to get all the center, be the center of attention. So anyway, after that, now by this time it was around 9 or so. So she may have known, Winnie may have known Tara for all of an hour and 15 minutes, an hour and 30 minutes. Well, Winnie and Dennis go upstairs to where they had the room before and bring their stuff to, their suitcases and all up there. And they come down just a short while. And, well, Dennis comes down first, and he's wearing something I can only call house pants. I don't know what they are. They were black. They just kind of looked like, pants. And a black shirt or something. I don't know what color it was. And I was thinking about that. I'm still sitting in my recliner. And I'm seeing that. And then next thing I know, here comes Winnie walking down the stairs in her flannel pajamas. Now, she had just met Tara. Okay, what, an hour and 15 minutes, like I said, an hour and a half? And she's wearing her pajamas. I'd never seen her in her pajamas before myself, or her BJs. No. And I'd only met her like twice, 2 or 3 times before. And I'm thinking that is rude. Okay, but it gets worse. It gets much worse. Okay, so they come, here comes Winnie in her pajamas. Now, they're just regular flannel pajamas, white and flowers on them or something. I don't know. I didn't look that close. But, so they sit back on the love seat. Well, the next thing, all this time that in between all of this, for that hour and a half when they weren't eating and stuff, Winnie was sitting there on her cell phone. like you see much younger people do, just sit there like they're glued to looking at their cell phone. And Dennis was doing that a little bit too. And, they're here for a reason. You're meeting somebody for the first time. And, of course, Dennis is his sister and Adam's sister. So, anyway. But Dennis hadn't seen his sister in years. Adam hadn't seen his sister in like 15 years, I think. So, anyway, there they are, Dennis and Winnie, this wild and crazy woman, loud, obnoxious, and in her mid-40s. She's sitting there. And the next thing I know, she is like on her phone. Remember, just staring at her phone. She leans back like you think she leans toward the armrest of the love seat, and it's like an awkward position. And she takes one of her legs, in her PJs, takes one of her legs and kind of intertwines it with Dennis's legs, and the other leg she puts way on the other side. Now, that does not bring about a pretty picture, does it? It does not at all bring about a pretty picture. And I don't mean pretty. There's also that she just didn't have makeup on. She had taken her makeup on and off and put her hair in a really weird looking... Her hair looked weird from the moment she got out of her truck. But I'm not a superficial person. But, yeah, the look all around was exactly what histrionic people... Not exactly, but many of them do. And it's very suggestive. Okay, put it like that. Now, I wasn't the only person who noticed this. I was not the only person who commented about this. I didn't comment till much later after I was told something. So yeah, I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, boy, this is really bad. You got a prim and proper woman here. You're just now meeting what you think is your future sister-in-law, and she's all prim and proper, and like that guy that you just saw walk by was not. You saw that, right? Anyway, and here she is doing things like this, okay? Loud, obnoxious, and doing things that are just so suggestive, not to anybody, but this kind of scene, And I'm going, this is really not my circus, not my monkeys, but I'm having in my head, I'm not saying it out loud, but I'm laughing. Because in a way, this is what Tara deserved. To have somebody who's, I'm going to say later on, because of how bad she was trying to be toward me. And it's what goes around, come around, bad karma, that kind of thing. But at the same time, you just don't do that in somebody's home, okay? And it goes on from there, okay? I mean, it does. I can make other videos on this later on, but this is these last video and this video, it's just like the start of it, okay? To give an idea of what this past weekend was like, okay? Now, I think those of us, who understand cluster B personality behaviors of, that's not them being diagnosed, I'm not a healthcare professional provider and all that. Read the disclaimer. But those of us who can see it probably see so much more in this than other people, such as this. Adam, later on, like I said, I was never saying anything to prompt Adam to say, think this way, think that way, or say this or that. Later on, he told me, he said that the way he sees that woman, and he's seen her, met her, and been around her more than I have, going to his brother's house and all that. I won't go there. Literally, won't go to their house. But he calls her uncultured, and that's how he sees it. And he had said things like, apparently nobody raised her right. Now, Adam is actually, he would have to be young, but he's actually old enough to be her dad, her father. So he was kind of like, to me, he was kind of like taking that kind of attitude, like, the father figure kind of thing. And he just doesn't get it. Now, he gets it one way, I get another. I shouldn't say he's wrong, because I could be, because I've known so much about cluster B, personalities and their behaviors of, But yeah, these behaviors were very, very out there. I mean, it was so much more. Okay, but I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up. And I'll add some more another day, whenever, on this particular topic. I've done 2 on it. But anyway, if you want to subscribe to this channel, click the circle. If you want to watch another video on this channel, click one of the rectangles. Like, subscribe, comment, and share if you would. And I'll talk to you all in another video.